We have the honor to also introduce Mr. Chikodi Onyemerila. He's the Director of Programs at the British Council. Thank you for being here. And to our very own Program Manager, who we have always been interacting with, Mr. Ayoride Adebayo. Thank you. He's the Program Manager, EU-ECOWAS Scholarship Program for Sustainable Energy. I will now introduce respectfully my Provost, the Provost of the Postgraduate College, University of IBADAN. And I'll also respectfully move you up from your seats to the high table here, sir. Respectfully, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Also, we have here the head of departments, minerals, petroleum, energy economics, and law, that we call DPU. Thank you very much. We also have here represented the head of department, electrical and electronic engineering department in UI, Dr. K.O. Odemi, represented by Dr. Mrs. Adetoyi. She is the PG coordinator of the department. We also have here represented industry representatives, particularly Mrs. Okweyemi Ahoyade. She's the director at Potidia Energy Nigeria Limited. For being here. I will then proceed to introduce each of our scholars. Yes, there are 10 of us here. 3 of us are called mobile scholars because they are not from Nigeria. So we have 7 of us who are Nigerians, and I'll just, in no particular order, introduce the scholars. I have here Miriam Keita. She's an student, an energy law student at DPU. Thank you for being here. Joy Mampa. She is an energy and environment. A round of applause. Also, I have my friend from Liberia, Jenkins Coolidge. He's a student of renewable energy. And then I'll introduce Blessing Benfestos, a student of renewable energy. I also have Blessing, another Blessing. We have 2 Blessings there. Blessing is only one hour. I'll focus on myself. She's an energy law student as well. I will then move to, okay, before I leave DPU is Department of Minerals, Petroleum, Energy Economics, and Law. So I just mentioned 5 of us, and I complete the seat. I'm here, I'm studying renewable energy at DPU. I will now go to the Department of Electrical and Electronics, where we have 4 of our scholars residents in that department. Josiah Godwin Ajisape here. I also have Duo Cover, a friend from Liberia as well. I have 2 more people. I will leave my leader to be the last few. Tekima, Nyetio, electrical power. And the last person I will introduce is not this. In fact, he might be the most. I've just wanted to go here. The students of electrical power system. So some of us are studying something related to energy. Some of us are in renewable, some of us are working on conversion system, some of us are lawyers. So it's a combined multidisciplinary arrangement. And we say thank you again to our sponsors and our collaborators for this very wonderful scholarship program. Now, I will then go to appreciate all our guests, students here present, undergraduates and postgraduates. Please, a round of applause for the success. So we will now take a trip to Senegal quickly as we invite our Director of Energy and Mines at ECOWAS Commission to give us virtually his welcoming remarks. He's also the chairman of the steering committee of this arrangement. Can we have that?
Yes, he's trying to connect.
Okay, so he's trying to connect and we'll take a few seconds to hear from him virtually.
Okay, go.
Hello. Ready to...
Okay, okay. Is that?
Can we confirm on you?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think the connection is a little bit difficult. So if sometimes you can't hear me, you try to tell me, Mr. Serge.
Yes.
So yes. Dear representative of the delegation of the European Union, dear representative of the British Council, ladies and gentlemen of the universities here present, dear students, distinguished guests. Today we come together in Ibadan. I would say physically and virtually for some of us who couldn't make it physically. We come together to not to celebrate, I would say, but to make a step in eventually assessing our flagship program, our scholarship program, aim at strengthening human capital developments in the sustainable energy sector in West Africa. The European Union and ECOWAS scholarship program is part of the agenda to improve the governance of the energy sector in our region, particularly in the capacity building components. It is designed to help attract the best students into the energy sector and provide them with high quality training. By empowering university graduates from ECOWAS member states, we are fostering a new generation of specialists equipped to lead West Africa's energy transition. This program shows our commitment to promoting good government and regional integration. On behalf of the President of the ECOWAS Commission, His Excellency Dr. Umar Aliou Touré, allow me to express our thanks to the European Union for the support in this program. In fact, the program was designed with the European Union, and it's the European Union who is giving us the funds for the scholarship program. Subsequently, we have later selected the British Council as our technical support for the implementation of the program. Distinguished guests, the program aims to provide opportunities for women to learn I would say, improve their career related to the energy, particularly renewable energy. This is what we target as a gender approach because we don't have enough women in the energy sector. It's also aimed to provide graduates with access to first-rate education in the electricity subsector, focusing on, I will say, our regional universities, our institutions, because we believe that our institutions in the region can and have the capacity to, I would say, improve and also train all the skills we need in the region. We don't have now at this days to say we are going to send people abroad if it is maybe to learn how to go to, even how to go to, I'll say on Mars, we can have skills in our region to learn it. So we have to, I would say, give confidence and our focus on our regional universities. And the program was designed with 9 regional universities and institutions in the region. We also wanted to highlight the fact that the EU and ECOWAS has, I would say, improved our collaboration in education by promoting this success story and best practice of a scholarship program. As we can note through the steps in Ghana, Kumasi, we went to the Kumasi University of Science and Technology, and then in Senegal for the University of Thiès and UCAD in Dakar. With their programs, we have seen that we have done some achievement with this program. We can think about, for example, the improved employability of the scholars, also the access to quality education. As I was saying, all the universities we have selected in the region are capable of giving quality education to top students in the region. Also, the visibility and recognition of their success stories, they have also shown that they have developed some research topics that are interesting for the region. So thanks to their research topics, we think that some utilities, and some companies in the region will improve their, I will say, their work in the energy sector. So we need then to promote their success stories and to reaffirm our commitment to the regional development and cooperation. We are gathered here in Ibadan, I think, to take stock of the program, as I say at the beginning, in the University of IBADAN. I therefore remain at your disposal here to listen to your stories, to listen to what are your achievements and what are the difficulties, also the expectations, and also how we can improve our collaboration with the universities, how we can improve these scholarship programs if we have to do it in the future, and how we can, I will say, do in such a way that we have, as I say, we attract the best graduates in the energy sector, and we hope that we are going to cooperate to make an impact in the development of the energy sector of our region. So to our scholars, I say congratulations for having been selected in the program, and our encouragement as ECOWAS Commission for you to capitalize all your acquired knowledge and to contribute to the development of the energy sector. And as I say, we hope that all of you are going to make an impact in the energy sector. To our partners, to the professors of the university, I have to express our thanks for all the efforts you are doing for, I will say, building in the energy sector. We all have gone through universities, so we all have learned from all of you, or from some of your colleagues, at least, and we have to thank you very much for your efforts, and we are counting on you to develop, as I said, the best skills for the development of the region. Thank you very much, and as I say, I'm here, I will be connected to listen to your success stories and also to listen to all your expectations and what we can do together. Thank you, British Council members. I think EU is here today. Thank you very much. And I'll say I'll give you to the floor now. Over to you. Since I'm not in the room, I hope you heard me very well.
Dabiri is the Director of Energy and Mines at the ECOWAS Commission. He's also the Chairman of the Steering Committee for this project. I will then try to do a small recap of what he said. He talked about the fact that this project, part of why this project was designed is to lead West Africa's energy transition. Not just lead, there are many partners who, intergovernmental partnerships that has to go on, and there's an academic angle to it. So that's one of the reasons why this project is here. He also mentioned that skills for the industry should be domesticated. Even if it's not domesticated, there's a reason to have local knowledge in how things are done. One of the things he also mentioned, which we will be listening to, is the research ideas that this scholar, including myself, have put together and are willing to share with the team here and with the world entirely. So I will just go now to the British Council Program Manager, who will deliver his own remarks.
Program Director.
Program Director. Okay. Program Director.
I thought you called EU with the money. If I say it for me. No, but nevertheless, if you insist, I can progress.
Thank you very much.
Otherwise, the EU should speak before me, really. Nevertheless, so thank you very much indeed, colleagues. The representative of the European Union, Wadia Abedamola Oladeji, indeed, thank you very much for making our time to be here. We missed you in Senegal as well as in Accra, Ghana. The Director of Energy and Mines at the ECOWAS Commission, Wadia Director Dabiri, thanks for that very insightful broadcast a while ago, though you were not able to join us. You were at Accra and we really enjoyed your presence and insights, knowledge in this very unique sector. The Program Officer, IT and Communication, our own Sage, very active guy, full of technology and insight as well. You can see how he has wired the whole room with all manner of gadgets. The representative of our dear partner institution, the University of IBADAN, Professor, thank you for this very great work we've done with this program. Though the first stage of it, with all manner of congratulation, we have navigated it successfully up to this point. We do really appreciate your support. Distinguished scholars of the EU-ECOWAS scholarship program. I mean, we're here because of you. If not for you, this could have been a flop. And we're very happy at the success we have recorded so far. From Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah University, and then Senegal. Was indeed a very emotional moment, for me. Although my own emotion flies up randomly. But nevertheless, the research insights these young people presented show that there is actually a future for our dear sub-region. We just little naturally would definitely get there. My colleagues at the British Council, the pilots there, I don't know the work done managing the program, and Elijah, our marketing consultant, going around and making sure that everything is working. We do really appreciate it. Our media consultants, Switch, thank you for coming in, and then our distinguished guests, both present in the Room Institute and those joining us virtually. Good morning, and thank you very much indeed for making our time to be at this event this morning. And indeed, it's a super delight for me, I would say personally, though it's a shame a bit, that this is my first time of coming to Ibadan when I'm about to retire. It's unfortunate, but I'm so pleased that the ancient town of Ibadan, a good output. The history of the city is known to all of us. So by this, I think I've been to 90% of Nigerian capital now. And I'm very proud of you. Let me start by once again thanking the European Union and the ECOWAS Commission for conceiving this concept in the first place and then for funding it. This strategic scholarship, which aim to address one of the core challenges of the ECOWAS sub-region, and again, I must say, to our industrial development in this sub-region. In Nigeria specifically, limited technical expertise in the sustainable energy sector has stood between it and its desired economic growth and global competitiveness. That is why the EU-ECOWAS scholarship, from our standpoint, is a timely intervention, and then we are very, very happy that we are at the forefront of it. There's no doubt that by developing the sustainable energy sector, we can unlock the economic benefits and create a more sustainable future for the sub-region. The event today is one of our top stops. We have successfully held similar events, as I said earlier, in Dakar, Senegal, with scholars at ETP, APT, and the UCAD. The full name of the university is a bit difficult for me because I speak no French. So bear with me with the acronyms. APT and UCAD. We have also held it with scholars at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology in Ghana. And we're here today with you, our dear scholars from the University of IBADAN. As you may already know, the EU-ECOWAS scholarship is being implemented in 6 countries of the ECOWAS sub-region and in 9 universities across the bloc, and has a target of 75 scholars in this present cohort, which is expected to end by December next year. Our next expectation is that you form a critical mass, and I want to say that with emphasis, a critical mass of experts that will lead the transformation of our sustainable energy sector in the sub-region, both in terms of the required knowledge base and indeed in practice. I was having a chat earlier on. Adding to the body of knowledge is critical, no doubt about it. We need it for literature review and all of that. But more so, we need to transition from mere research for academic purposes, but research that supports, economic development and help our economy, creating jobs for young people. I just want to say that. And British Council is working with partners to see that happens in our dear country. As I said during my speech in Ghana, the British Council will continue to work with like-minded organizations like ECOWAS Commission and the European Union, universities, corporates, trust and foundations across the world to support a more peaceful and prosperous world built on trust and helping young people meet their lifelong career and mobility aspirations. This year is a very significant year in the history of the British Council as we are celebrating the 65th year of Commonwealth Scholarship. As you know, the British Council manages some aspects of the Commonwealth Scholarship for this many years, helping young people to acquire master's degrees and PhD in UK universities, supporting skills and knowledge development across the Commonwealth countries through master's and PhD in UK universities. We're also celebrating our 80th year in Nigeria, having opened our first office in the Manila area of Lagos State in June of 1944. I said, the British Council was set up when the trust level across the globe was at its lowest during the Second World War. So we were created, to build trust and understanding between nations across the world. We're also celebrating our 90th anniversary globally, having started our first office in 1934, working with successive generations to strengthen capacity at systems, institutions, and at individual levels. I wouldn't fail to inform you that next month, from the 26th to 28th of November, the British Council will be hosting the Going Global Conference in Abuja for the very first time. So since its inception in 2004, the Going Global Conference has provided a strategic forum for senior international tertiary education leaders to share knowledge and build a global network to shape the future of further and higher education across the world. We are indeed delighted, and they will send it out to be hosting this conference in Nigeria for the first time, which is the second time it's coming to Africa. First was in 2016 in Cape Town. So we're having it this November in Abuja. So we look forward to more strategic partnership in education, arts and culture, innovation, and youth entrepreneurship, such as this current scholarship program with EU and ECOWAS for the overall benefits, current, and indeed future generation. Let me end by lending my congratulations, just like that we did a while ago, to you, our dear scholars, for raising the challenges of an advanced degree in this niche area, to support sustainable energy and the energy transition in our dear sub-region. Many of you are living and schooling outside the comfort of your home countries for the very first time, which can be nerve-wracking. I lived in Ghana for 4 years. I know how it was when I just landed to see if I'm going to be rejected. And learning the Nigerian culture in the wake of it, which is indeed no mean feat. Hearty congratulations for all of us. And indeed, thank you very much for paying attention to it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chikodi Onyemerela, Director of Programs, British Council. Thank you for your speech. I will now go quickly to the European Union. I'm talking about Mrs. Kreda Oladiji. She works with the finance contracts and audit section of this project, and she's representing the project manager from the European Union. Thank you very much, and you can.
Thank you very much. Good morning. I'm very happy to be here. I'm very happy to see all the representatives, both from the scholars, from the institutions. We're very grateful to you, and from the British Council, and most importantly, even the ECOWAS. So I would like to stand on all existing protocols and on behalf of the delegation of the European Union to Nigeria and ECOWAS. I welcome everyone to this event. The EU-ECOWAS scholarship support is part of a broader 31.2 million euros European Union support to energy governance in West Africa. So we're very interested in the governance of energy and the upskilling in West Africa. And this is aiming to contribute to poverty alleviation through the increased regional integration in the energy sector in West Africa. Specifically, it aims at providing support to regional institutions in line with their capacity strengthening needs. And we've been doing that over a number of years now. This particular scholarship program is worth about 2 million euros and is implemented by the British Council in very close collaboration with the ECOWAS Commission, and it aims at facilitating increased access by 75 students from ECOWAS member states and Mauritania. And we're very pleased, actually, that we have nearly hit that mark of 75 students. So we appreciate the ECOWAS and the British Council for being able to achieve this. So this increased access is, to selected West African higher education institutions that provide high quality curricula in the fields of renewable energy and energy efficiency. We're also pleased because we also pushed for a gender representation, and I'm very glad to see on this side of the hall, the females here also representing. We know it's a very male kind of sector, but we're also proud of the women that we're seeing here. The innovative component of this program is also a mentorship plan that has been put in place to further broaden the skills of our scholars in this sector. This scholarship program has an important role to play towards the improvement of the regional government of the energy sector in West Africa. And we hope that as you are going to graduate, that you would integrate into the system and we would see the results of that. The EU flagship program which is the Global Gateway Initiative, of which also the scholarship program is a part of, is also stepping up its investment footprint in the West African region, especially when it comes into the much needed investments in sustainable energy. This is a sector which we have already been traditionally partnering with over the years. The European Union is very proud to have contributed to energy governance in West Africa, and will also hope to be here to congratulate the scholars, ECOWAS Commission, and the British Council at the end of your studies. I understand that you'll be graduating in February. Am I correct? Okay, so we're proud to have contributed to this, and we want to thank all the organizers of this event for their efforts, and we wish us a very successful celebration. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm very excited. I must say that we are very proud and also very humble beneficiaries of this great scholarship. Thank you very much. I permit me to stand on existing protocol while I invite our next speaker, ladies and gentlemen. It's none other than our provost. He's been a pillar of support to us. He has been very supportive, helpful, available to attend to our needs as we pursue our academic career in the University of IBADAN. Please join me to welcome.
Well, I will also follow suit. So stand on the existing protocol and to welcome you all to Ibadan. I think we used to be one of the largest cities in Africa. So we're still proud of ourselves. Even though our development may not impress you. So, but I welcome you to the city of Ibadan. Well, I hope your guys will be able to take you out to eat our local meal. Our local meal is amala and abuna, so that you have a good feel of it before you leave. So thanks so very much that you actually included the University of IBADAN in this program. And I want to say that we are proud of the University of IBADAN when it comes to energy and energy studies. At least 3 of our lecturers are actually listed in the top. 3 of our lecturers in energy are actually listed in the top 2% researchers in the world this year. We pride ourselves with the caliber of lecturers that we have. We pride ourselves also with the caliber of our students. Because we take our students through a bit of a rigor before we actually take them in. So, and also to say that University of IBADAN is blessed with a number of people that are well experienced, and this has helped us in our training. And well, one thing with IBADAN is we are whole, and sometimes we think very strange. We can be rigid, and we can be very traditional. So, but somehow we still amend our way to still run after the younger ones. So I want to say we are happy, and the truth of the matter is the program has also influenced us. In fact, I was asking the director of programs, are you going to re-advertise so that we'll take the next round?
It's time to ask you that.
For me, because I'm in energy, I'm also happy that we are building capacity, and we're trying to build the capacity within ourselves, which is very, very, very important. Because often that you said solving African problems should actually come from African continent itself. So building the capacity to address African issues within Africa is something that interests us. And I want to say that the scholars that we have, particularly our international scholars, they have been very good ones. And if you permit me to say it, one outstanding out of them is Miriam. I told her the last time she visited me, I said, you have become a Nigerian. If I have my way, we'll hold you back in Nigeria. She has understood our way and she has related in our way, and she's been so fantastic. So likewise, Jenkins and Kofa, so you wonder that I know their name. Likewise, Jenkins and Kofa, they have also done their bit, they are pushing very well. And the other set of students, is it the way they have integrated themselves makes them, in fact, I call them ECOWAS family. So, and they have their ways of harassing me and they have, you see, they will not come all together. They send someone to trouble the water. Eventually, they will handle me. But I think it's been pleasant working with them. Let me give you an example. We worked with, we had a project like this with the Guineans. It was a tough experience for us. The situation with that was about finance. Almost every other month, the students will almost go into riots. They will want to fight. That's because their stipend was actually paid into University of IBADAN. Now the process of TSA was a disaster. Get the money out. So, and what we are that we now have to get Naira, because they insisted in getting their money in denomination for which they are giving. So we have to raise advances in University of IBADAN, then go back to change to Naira, then give to them. So it was a lot of trouble. And then, but with the ECOWAS set, I think we've not had that pressure. So even when we found out their money was not paid, and I had to tell the bossa, in fact, the bossa was supposed to come with me. Eventually, he got to do some things. I told the bossa, I said, well, I think at this stage we can trust ECOWAS. Please give a waiver to the student, because some of them are at advanced stage and they don't have matric number. So we had to do some bit of waiver. I think they are socializing that with them. So, and you see, not only this, I want to say that they're coming around, particularly the two guys from Liberia. They have also created a link for us to have another program similar to this from Liberia. Wow. So it's so exciting that they linked us. I'm sure probably because of their experiences was why they did that link. So they're bringing, in fact, we're finalizing the MOU of that group. I think it's the Liberia Institute of Statistics and Geospatial something. So we're signing an MOU with them to actually bring some of their students. One is on ground now in the Department of Economics, and some others will be coming through, and it's through their efforts. So I want to say, for this program, we've had a nice time, and I'm sure many of them are at the advanced stage of their program, and they should be able to finish at the regular time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. That was very insightful. We can only say once again that we are proud. We are alumni of University of IBADAN, very prestigious university. It's my honor to also introduce the HOD of the Department of Mineral, Petroleum, Energy, Economics and Law. To us, he has been a father, as my department, he has been a mentor, he has been guiding us through our academic journey with wisdom and patience. The journey is welcome, sir.
What will I say after the course? Okay, so let me join the previous speakers to like to acknowledge presence EU-ECOWAS and British Council. Let me particularly say, Mr. Chikobi, it's not a shame that it's after the time of the God time the community, but it's actually for that. The place to rest and all the, from no Muslim, unlike Lagos. So thank you very much for coming to panel. Well, to make my remarks, I'd like to start with maybe some two stories. I was at a village because of some of the interventions had a center. I saw one woman who sat trying to watch the goats from eating the cassava. She was drying the sun. And I wondered if the man hours lost. I looked at lamination, cassava, and all that things. This is where the whole gesture. So I like to say that development from some of the things I've seen many years back. I was in my house and a woman just came knocking at my door. And as I opened, she was already on her knees, pleading with me, begging that she just wanted to pluck some of the flowers, leaves that he just tends to beautify the compound that she needed. That's entry in my house, who had been to the university for about a few years, now in history. Because it's about being instilled there. It was those leaves I bought, and the boy used an elf. That is a balance message to us. That development can only take place from within. That is very important. In my, I have a
I see.
That is one of the reasons why maybe even if they finish tomorrow, they won't be able to graduate until February because they have a project to deliver. The project is like an energy solution project. Every year, students do this project. You look for an energy technology problem and you solve it. You design and then fabricate and then a solution that can be demonstrated, not just within the center, even in the rural community. We have, for example, an experimental rural community where we want to intervene and all that. So they have to come with the engineers to look at the engineering design and all that. The scientists look at it, the lawyers bring the legal implications, the economists look at economic integration, and they all look together. So everybody benefits from each other because that's the essence of the process. And they try to come up with the solution. So for me, I think EU, European Union, I'm really excited. And on behalf of the University of IBADAN, excited, and I want to especially thank the European Union. These students that you have there, of course, many of them, like Jenkins, for example, is always in the class. is the one that manages the classes, and it's always there, back. If he has not been supported, I wonder how he's going to go concentrate courses and all that. So this funding support has really helped many of them. And I think it's not only helped the students, because as a graduate, they are going to gaps because there are a lot of skill gaps in the energy sector within the sub-Saharan Africa. And so I see them, becoming energy specialists and filling gaps, whether in the engineering field of energy or policy field and all that, and helping to solve problems in Africa. So once again, so that I don't talk too much, and without provost and permit me, if I want to draw into it, I want to thank the EU, I want to thank the British Commission and all the other partner institutions for this support. Let me also say that you have invested well. It's not just the first, but it's the best. Universities in the world, it's listed there, one of the universities in the world. So, you have the right eye, and you're able to invest well. And I want to assure you that the dividends of the investment is going to last for many years. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Professor Holiday. He is my head of department for that course, CE 710, Energy Technology and Processes. And beyond that, the department is so all-encompassing that I can say sincerely that the last 1 year of my life is like growing 4 years. Because within a year, you have entered some level of law, energy law, as a technical person. You have learned about risk management, you have learned about energy financing, the gender angle to sustainable energy. So it's all encompassing, and he's the head of that. I will now go to disconnected electrical and electronics department. We have Dr. Mrs. Oluyemi Adetoli representing the head of department. She will also give us a remark.
Appreciate the British government and EU and the government for the initiative to bridge the gap of energy problem in the region. And I want to implore to say that they should continue in this work until there is transformation in the sector, because we still having a lot of challenge that will take a long time for us to be able to resolve them. So I want to encourage them that they should keep up with the work so that the effects, the impact will be made in that sector. And then if it's also possible, they can also extend it to maybe telecommunication and some other sectors that Africa is still lagging behind, especially East Africa. Things. And then the students that are with us over Adeboye, and well, and then so we should be able to complete their program and be tested a very good time. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So it's time to get to hear from the scholars. Before that, I would just like us to have a breakout with our yes, we're talking about our audience, sorry, not yes. Talking about West Africa, I wanted to know how much we know about West Africa. So anybody can answer my question, 1 or 2 questions. Do you have any idea how many countries are in West Africa? Anybody? Can you try?
I really think I done for now. I mean, I have been interesting. So the press used to be something. Yeah, to answer the question, the number of ECOWAS countries are traditionally 16 countries. I think it was five of your favorites. First of all, first and foremost, Nigeria. Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, Cape Verde, Senegal. I'll ask this, what about Francophone Africa? And when I say Francophone West Africa, yeah, I mentioned some. Anybody give me five? Anybody apart from me? French West Africa. Okay, so we're Mali. Wow. So I could have go this.
Can I add something? In 2017, Mauritania are left. So now we are 15.
Is thank you so much for the opportunity. Please permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Tek Manitio. I'm a Nigerian, and I'm a proud beneficiary of the prestigious EU-ECOWAS Scholarship in Sustainable Energy. And I am studying MSc in Electrical Power Systems Engineering at the prestigious University of IBADAN. My journey into the world of sustainable energy actually began after completing my first degree in electrical and electronics engineering at the University of Agriculture in Benin State. My passion for renewable energy has already gained a root. But then I struggled with finding a clear path to it until I was awarded this scholarship opportunity. So I really thank God for this opportunity. Upon joining the master's program, my exposure to the field of sustainable energy has been great transformation. Wow. I really, really appreciate all my wonderful lecturers. I've immersed myself in learning about certain innovative skills and technologies in renewable energy, including the wind power, the biogas, the PV, the battery storage, the hydroelectric, and a host of others, and also an innovative way of managing. Actually, I also have the privilege of studying under esteemed scholars like Professor Sebundi Gwebu is here with us. But and if I can tell you, the impact he did in us, like one scholar rightly said, it's like 4 years together. What we have learned through him is so immeasurable. And also, Professor Ayodele Franco is not here with us. I just wish he is also here with us. He has actually contributed greatly. Their contribution is not only in the expansion of my knowledge and expertise in the energy system, but also a trigger to my own passion in the field and in the of energy system. Their mentorship has actually given me tools to navigate complex areas of renewable energy, thereby preparing me for a future leadership in the world of technology. Actually, I am currently working on a very exciting research topic, the design optimization of a virtual power plant for real-time integration, monitoring, and provision of ancillary services. This research actually aims at creating an innovative framework for those smaller energy generation units to be able to participate in the energy market. The global stance about the global warming has actually moved people, individuals, and organizations into going into renewable energy, including the solar. Some people have wind, some people have different renewable energy that they have. But then, due to certain reasons, they do not have the capacity to give the output power that is sufficient for them directly to the grid, thereby participating in the energy market. Now, those generators that are smaller in size, since they cannot participate in the energy market, it becomes difficult for them to participate in trading. So my research aims at giving them that opportunity to participate in the energy market. What we do is to bring all of them together and working on PV, biogas, wind, and battery for storage. So the idea is to bring them together by optimizing their operation, aggregating their output power, and then enhancing their contribution to the grid, giving them the opportunities to be able to participate fully in energy trading. This ownership opportunity has not only given me the technical expertise, it has also broadened my horizon culturally. Just like they are saying, I've been able and privileged to meet with my scholars and other experts in the field. Like I mentioned, professors here, and I have my great scholars from Nigeria. I have over Jenkins. I also have Mariama Keita from the Gambia. We have interacted a lot and have meaningful exchanges so that after the program, we will be able to come together and bring this innovative solution to West Africa. This is actually our dream. We want to work together to make sure we transform West Africa into the energy sector. So the scholarship has actually been a stepping stone in helping me achieve my dream, in contributing to the development of the energy sector in West Africa. So when I took the scholarship at first, I was actually intrigued. It was a mix of celebration and also a kind of having some thoughts about it. So this is actually the reality. Just take it as someone has a dream already and has been struggling with the financial and the sponsor. And here you are, having it in the most prestigious university in our country. It has been covered. So I really thank God and I look forward to using the skills gathered in this university to push forward the development of the energy sector in West Africa.
Please show yourself. From my spirit. Banking is a new common. We pray we get your very
sharing his story. And then we move to another student in electrical department, electrical and electronics, Abiodun Adeboye, who is studying electrical power systems master's degree. This was.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are so happy to meet you. My name is Abiodun Adeboye, as you've seen, at currently was in power systems and being part of this program has been a transformative journey. First thing, I was at a point where I was looking into what's the next in my career about me for doing my master's. And fortunately for me, it was a moment where scholarship came into New England, applied for it, and applied for the admission of the revenue. Part of the merits that I've been able to open to an access, I group them into three. One is a way of talent of education, networking, and also opportunities. In terms of education, before I came into this program, some background works in energy sectors. There are some things I've been working on that they are not progressing like some research I'm playing. But coming into the programs, I was able to be open to wealth of knowledge from our professors, different methods of doing research, different areas of engineering designs. Professor Ujigbe was part of them. Valerie is not here as well, has really been supportive. Also, Mr. Aleke also was really supportive in terms of our seminar work on how to build research projects and how to start from the beginning to the end. So that really helped me personally to be able to advance from that stage. Also, coming to opportunities, I was open to internship opportunities. And from that internship opportunities, I was open to a technical manager role where I was able to manage projects. Currently having currently working with Julius Vega now for like a big project that we're currently going live. And also working some energy for rural communities. By doing this program, I've been able to work on about 4 million projects in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria, and also southern Nigeria that is currently operating as well. And also, with that network, I group it into two. We have collaboration with experts in the industries. We have been able to collaborate with other senior experts, work on achieving a bigger project. One of it is one of the milestones in Lagos is about Just Right solar projects, where we are commercializing solar projects for Just Right to make them to now be moving into the cleaner energy space, so as to reduce their energy consumption and energy costs as well. And also with networking as well, I have all my junior scholars here from different backgrounds and cultures and great speakers. I was able to hear different ideas from them, see different energy crises they are facing, and for us to look at and we sort out these issues because they are not a general issue, they are like different critical issues that is pertaining to different zones in West Africa. So that's just on that. My side topic is I'm working on a very critical issues in the distribution resilience in distribution network. I'm working on a grid outreach forecasting model for the end users, the energy end users, because they are the ones that have been affected most with the energy crisis in West Africa. Take for example, we have inverters. Most of us have inverters at home, and the inverters, they are not really working optimally the way they're supposed to perform. And this is due to how they commit their energy sources, how batteries being charged, what is charging the batteries in the grid, and also when they are even using the grid, it's not supposed to be when they're supposed to use the grid at all. So with this model, I'm trying to design a forecasting model where the system can forecast grid outages before they occur by tracing back previous outages that happened yesterday, last year, based on what is reported. So it's not going to be an advance from what we currently have in our EMS on hybrid inverters and other hybrid storage. And by forecasting, it will be able to forecast when there could be outage based on what is seen from the far, and also to be able to commit that, okay, during this period, don't overuse this battery. rely mostly on what the TV supply or rely mostly on where the grids are available, so as to be able to now optimally and sustainably commit what is clean and what is cheap when there's no outage. Now, why this research is very critical is that currently we have the two tiers in terms of PLC and SCADAs in the world are Siemens and Schneider Electrics. From all our research so far, they've never been able to do a grid outage forecast. What we have so far is just for them to forecast PV production. With this kind of solution, it is a solution that can attract foreign investors. That's number one. But aside from it, our starting foreign investors, we want to have our own cost-effective and a total region that is related to Nigeria and West Africa. West Africa are really affected by unreliable power supply. Europe don't really have that problem. It is our problem and it is for us to solve. Finally, this scholarship has really helped me in terms of skills acquisitions, knowledge, expertise, collaborations, and they really helped me going forward to be able to be part of the energy leaders that will be able to sort out the energy problems that we have in Nigeria and Africa. I'm very grateful for the project sponsors, for the program sponsors, for the empowerment in us and for investing in our future as a whole, in investing in West Africa to be able to live where it is in the energy space and move forward to where it's supposed to be. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Adeboye is also a team leader, so you can tell right from the voice. Thank you, Adeboye. We'll move quickly to our friend from Gambia. Sorry. Miriam, we have heard so much about Miriam already, but she even has so much more to say. So, help me to crack Miriam.
Good morning, everyone. I am here today for you to gratitude and simple purpose to share my journey and my story as an EU-ECOWAS scholar. This scholarship has been a life-changing opportunity for me. I am Mariama Keza from the Department of Petroleum and Economics and Law, studying and trying to get a degree in energy law from this prestigious university. And the best was scholarship is not just for financial aid, but a crucial agent for capacity building to respond to the energy issues of Africa. Well, for the scholarship, I am a lawyer. I work in an agency company. I just left private practice and I went into corporate in the energy sector. Quite frankly, with no background in energy. When I'm a lawyer, I'm still doing a bit of something. And I'll attend meetings to talk about return on investment for my program. My own is below. Other thing, my own is below. So when the story came in, it came in handy with this color and me being in the hand build. I now can sit down and review it. I know what they're talking about and what exactly you need to do for as a lawyer, not just the law now. With this scholarship, I'm confident that when I go back home, I'll sit with them until they say, no, we're looking for this, we're looking after this. Because quite frankly, the capacity is growing in my country. So what we do is when we have projects that are renewable, we hire experts outside of Gambia, sometimes in South Africa, and others that will back in the legal unit to be able to review the contract. But with this opportunity, I'm confident that going back home, they have an asset. Second for me, I'm continuing to be taught by professors that are well keen in law and English. You can see. So by robot course, lawyers that are well established in the sector. It has been a dream come true. It's a fulfilling moment for me. And also acquired skills and knowledge that I want to take back. And they don't just stop at the academic sphere. It goes beyond that. I'm happy to say that I'll go with some culinary expertise in cooking agency. Yeah, of course, being very new to me. I also embrace the Yoruba culture, of some words which are connected with people. Yeah. And then I know my people are on this call and they will hear. Growing up, they'll say Gambia and Senegal, we are the most accommodating people. That's why they say, "Pay like Ganga and smile people." But I think they have come to Ibadan and then experience the real and like people will help genuinely. I think people need to talk to Ibadan to know Nigeria. I think that you are a big brother for all Indians. With this LLM and post-swing, I'm required to write dissertation. And on that, mine is an examination of the legal framework for renewable energy investment incentives in Gambia. Well, it said that to push any agenda, you use the law. It's what binds people. With this research, I aim to explore why there is renewable energy resources in Gambia, why there are laws that incentivize renewable energy usage by giving incentives, tax grants, and all of that, but still, renewable energy is underutilized. Well, embarking on this journey, it's really for me because at the end of the day, I want to clarify what challenges are really deterring investors from investing in renewable energy. With this, other countries that do not have laws that incentivize renewable energy, we're able to use it as a model to formulate a law that's effective and that will achieve the aims of the law, which is attract investment in renewable energy, especially for electricity, because that will create jobs, that will bring from money into cleaner energy, and at the same time, improve economic growth. Well, I would like to give sincere and deep thank you to EU and ECOWAS for your commitment to sustainable energy education. Your belief in us as scholars has empowered us to contribute to our society. And thank you to the British Council, my professors, mentors, and my colleagues who have inspired me throughout this journey. Surveying and network.
Yes, now for our
Renewable energy. As I continue my studies and my research, I'm excited to find what the future holds, and I'm also committed to using the knowledge and skills gained from this journey to positively impact the energy sector in West Africa. I would like to say that very assured that this scholarship has enhanced the human capacity needed, and we're going to make sure we use what we gain to make West Africa sustainability hub. Thank you once again for that.
Thank you very much for that. I don't know if we're pressed for time, but I hope we're not, because these stories are really, really important. I think what's even more, what's really good about it is that it's diverse. Here, the French story is from Benue. Here, the French story, I don't remember where it's from, but that's diversity is really important. So thank you, Miriam, for sharing your story with us. Thank you for coming to Ibadan. And thank you for the good words. I know if you go back to Gambia with even more good news, that's what we're doing. Let's now take a trip from Gambia.
Thinking with the whole story.
So we'll take a trip from Gambia to Liberia. My friend, is also a model of scholars. Is at the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, and he's going to share the story with us. Go up to you.
Thank you, everyone. My name is Paula. I'm from Liberia. When I was awarded a scholarship to a master's degree in electrical power splitting, was a dream come true because it's not an easy thing to have financial support in things like this. But I would be my passion in the setup that I look at. And the scholarship and University of IBADAN have made my dream come true because the University of IBADAN is not just Africa, because I have professors from Europe, our provost got a degree from South Africa. So having a degree in University of IBADAN is like having a degree in about the world.
Yeah.
Get me able to defend it. So that's one thing I'm grateful for. Traveling to country for study can be challenges at times, like the tradition, the food, the culture. And I'm so glad to be in the States because I'm not seeing anywhere. And to adapt myself in the culture sometimes can be difficult because people greet people differently. There's some people we have certain values of we the body is a boss, so that's one thing I'm really grateful for the culture in Ibadan. So Africa faces two. One is transitioning from fossil fuel to renewable energy and access to everyone. And when Africa faces more challenges because we are the least very experienced to that also giving more challenge because right now Nigeria is the least in West Africa. Wherever Africa is least, so we have 28% access to electricity of 20% of renewable energy. So Nigeria faces several challenges. So my research is focusing on wind and solar distribution in Nigeria, power, wind and solar. Because most often in West Africa, all we hear about solar project. The solar is the only renewable energy we have. I would say no. We have biomass, we have wind. So instead we don't ask renewable energy. Now we have to focus on solar. Because if you go to Nigeria, most of the projects solar. You go to Ghana, solar. You go to Liberia, solar. So now it's time to open our mouth, open renewable energy. Because solar is good, but it will feel like doing sunshine. But for wind, it's true. Once you have the potential, wind can go night. The biomass, our deck all around, you can utilize our deck, the garage. So it's time that we open our mind. That's why my project will focus on doing a real analysis between wind and solar to make a decision low. So that when you have wind, it's time that we get more into wind or solar. To my experiences and my analysis, that's why I would recommend back in my country. That has been a great step for me, thanks to the scholarship, the EU, the ECOWAS for this great initiative. This has helped me a lot in going back home. I know there's going to be great change at home in that of West Africa. Thanks.
Thank you very much to Omar for sharing your experience. We move quickly to our next scholar, Sherry Pastori. She's also a lawyer at the Department of Mineral, Petroleum, Energy, Economics, and Law. We're talking about blessing with the Lua.
Thank you very much. I'm going to start on the existing report. My name is Laura Blessing Lua. I'm from Nigeria. I'm a lawyer. So for me, I believe that sustainable development is very crucial in these times that we live in. And I think that the energy sector is a critical driver of sustainable development. So transitioning into this field was a bit of an issue for me because I'd always had interest in this area. But the scholarship came at the perfect time where I was trying to decide I was kind of fresh out of law school, deciding how to break into this area of specialization. So the opportunity came and I applied, and I'm grateful that I was part of the scholars, and also glad that I'm back in the University of IBADAN, where I also did my undergraduate studies. I'm proud to you guys have that. So scholarship has provided me with the opportunity to pursue a master's degree in the Department of Minerals, Petroleum, Ignorance, Energy, and Law, where I have been able to familiarize myself for the aspect of energy law in the sense of energy contracting and negotiation, also energy policy and settlements of disputes in the energy sector, and also the environmental aspects of energy projects. I've had the opportunity to learn from and learn with my colleagues, fellow scholars, professors, teachers in the university. I'm immensely grateful for that. Governments could have shared the commitment to building a sustainable future for Nigeria and West Africa to move, and I'm glad to be part of this community. Also, scholarship has opened me to internship opportunities to intern with an organization that has a strong presence in the energy sector, involved in various renewable energy projects. I had the opportunity to sit down at this meeting with lawyers, project managers, with consultant engineers to understand how these projects work, what exactly are the impacts, and where I come in as a lawyer. I also had the opportunity to work with the Oyo State Ministry of Energy and Mineral Resources as they embark on different renewable energy projects, and opportunity to also attend meetings, understand the vision as a whole, and also contribute. One of the best things I say I can say from my internship is the ability to, or the opportunity, should I say, to contribute to a draft electricity bill that is about to be passed because of the regulation of the Electricity Act for states to meet their laws. So during my internship, where I attend the as part of the stakeholders, we were given a draft of the bill. So I had the opportunity to review that bill and to make my own contributions, my own arrangements. I'm really the opportunity. I'm forever grateful for this. For my research project, the focus of my research is Nigerian Electricity Act of 2023 with Sustainable Development Goal 7, which aims to provide affordable, clean energy for all. So why did I choose Sustainable Development Goal 7? This is because I believe that it has a domino effect. Where Sustainable Development Goal 7 is achieved, it would mean that other SDG goals, will also be achieved, for instance, poverty, hunger, climate action, which is very important, and also economic development. So I believe that if we can get it right in this part, we can be on our way to to the top. So my research focuses on an appraisal of the act and the pertinent sections that talks about promotion of renewable energy and energy efficiency. So I considered what the act has provided and how the act has ensured that the Nigerian energy mix brings in renewable energy, and also consider the loopholes that is the impediments, what are the things that might prevent clean, affordable energy to Nigerians. So that's what my research is, and I hope it's my belief that my research will be able to contribute to Nigeria's ability to meet its energy goals and also its sustainable development communication internationally.
Thank you very much, Blessing. Episode one for a very, very innovative submission. I mean, if as a student, now I'm jealous because we were able to review a lot at that level. That shows what the opportunity offers you as a student, where it doesn't matter if you're young, if you're older, if you have an opportunity to learn and to contribute. So this is amazing. So we're going to the last 5 scholars, of which I am included. But we'll go back to electrical departments now, and we invite Josiah Godwin and Ishape to tell the story.
Now, standing on the existing protocols, and to that, Godwin and Ishape as diagnosed of very properly, University of IBADAN. Earlier, about 7 years ago, 2017, that was my first time to exposed to renewable energy sector in Nigeria. That was during my silent. And that was my first entry into this sustainable energy sector. I knew nothing about it before then, still a student in school, but this put my feet up on the track that one way or the other has brought me to this point also. And this scholarship came at a point where I was still in the industry, a really great sector, but I was not doing my best, actually. And I saw it eventually that it was the knowledge gap, because I did not really know how to balance my field to see a future in the energy sector. So I applied to the school before then for a master's program in country, and one of the reasons is the prospect of financing. So when the scholarship, I saw the opportunity, I applied to it and applied to the school. And when I got it, it was more of a shock to me. Not just, of course, we went through a due process
that was anchored by the managers. But much more than my academic background and passion, I saw that it was bringing abroad tools. Like, okay, I've known of some of the scholarship opportunities in Nigeria, like Nigerian based, and some by the federal government, but bringing one inside Nigeria was a blow to my mind that so I could come from Nigeria, express something from outside without having to travel out of Nigeria. And this scholarship also has afforded me a platform to interact with best minds in the industry and also in the academia. One of which all of us have been mentioning, that's Professor Obijibe, is one of the best lecturers and personnel I've met in the energy sector, and doubles as my supervisor alongside with Professor Rebele. So this scholarship, we want to keep quiet about that, but we all know that we are in a difficult situation economically in Nigeria, and not just in Nigeria, in West Africa, and right now in the world at large. A lot of things going on. This scholarship helped me to stabilize financially, because if there's a financial question, the brain will not work. This kind of stability helped me to focus on the right things. As a young man, I'm not just hopping around. As a young man, I could, at least a greater percentage of my energy, I could channel it into things that are productive. So I really want to say thanks to the board, thanks to the program manager, and to the sponsors. So I also want to note that you have made best investment, not investing so much in machines, not investing in books, papers, in buildings and structure, investing in people. This is one of the best investments you can make. People can invest. Thank you. Because investing in people is generational. I can happily go back to the next. Although my change will spoil, it can spoil every time, but I won't spoil. So I want to say thank you for investing in our minds, for investing in our future, knowing that the future of this sector is lying on how we think, how we innovate, and how we can put into practice our knowledge. Thank you so much. So I want to go straight to one of the things I came up with during this program is understanding that every aspect of this sector that will bring about the change we are looking for. At least there are 4 aspects to this particular sector. One, I'll mention just 4 of them: technical aspect, the social aspect, the social engagement, the financing, which EU-ECOWAS, British Council are so much engaged in, and the administration. So much have been taught or invested in worldwide in technical aspects. But I also found out in my journey during this program that social aspect is one key part to this success, to this transition, to this development. That if we can invest so much in practical things, which translates to behavioral change, we will have so much success and progress in this sector. So this is one of the things I found out, and it's very outstanding to me, and it's something I will focus on moving on. So my research speaks to the sustainability of e-mobility, or the transportation sector in West Africa, and picking for an example, Nigeria. So I'm going to be looking at the sustainability of electric vehicles in Nigeria. Some of us may have known that we are transiting from the fossil fuel-based transportation to renewable sources based transportation. And electric vehicles are so much been becoming something we are talking about, both in research and in practice. And some of the states that have adopted this transportation system is Lagos and Abuja. So my research will be focusing on Lagos State as a scenario to check and to investigate if generally that is universally adopted threshold for the state of health, the end of life of the state of health of lithium batteries for electric vehicles, if it's something we can adopt in Africa and in Nigeria, for example, because this threshold will determine the replacement time for batteries. Speaking lithium batteries. Lithium batteries, the cost is far higher than the ones we've known, the lead acid batteries and so on. So we know that one major part of the cost of electric vehicles, if we are ever going to be transitioning into such system in Nigeria, one major part of the cost, which is actually the larger part, is the battery. It's not just the body, not the mechanical system, but the electrical system. So looking at the sustainability, we have to check the replacement time, and which is determined so much by the threshold. Once we get to the 70 to 80% of the SOA, the state of health of the battery, we are universally required to replace the battery, saying it's no longer useful for the transportation system. However, can this be adopted in Nigeria? Because this system, this particular threshold was established in Europe and in America. They were not tested for our Africa scenario, our African condition. So my research is looking to propose a model that can speak to Nigeria and speak to West Africa, considering our unique congestion when it comes to transportation and communication. So we have a unique condition in West Africa, which my research will speak to and propose at the end, and look to propose a model that may adjust this threshold for us and help us to adopt well and sustainably to electric vehicles. And this, I know, will contribute so much to our adoption of this particular system, and see if we should actually embrace it fully or we check the cost to benefit impact on our economy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Everyone, and that was very amazing. Our next one is Jenny Kim. Jenny Kim, please. Now,
Good afternoon, everyone. Allow me to comment on the existing product which name on the story. I'm from Liberia. First of all, allow me to just give you a few facts about Liberia. Liberia is the oldest Africa. So our independence in 1847. So our history is not very rich, rich history. We are the first secretary for quest. Liberia is also the first country in Africa to produce a female head of state, president on the United States. And also the first nation in Africa to produce first African FIFA player of the year in Africa. Yeah, so the first one connect football player as that's just sorry, it's you men. So we got a question here. Rich history, I still playing energy issue. Over 18 from the Civil War, there was secret mission for 14 years. We damaged everything in the nation. So we are now going back to take everything off. It's still ongoing, still dragging on. That is still full back on country. So for that, so all people then just go straight to my program. I began to develop interest in renewable energy after my graduation. I was about to project. Interest with an NGO in Nigeria, which is an international NGO, we rock international. So the work came into working with energy, helping the growth fixes to access energy to house. I wanted to have work on the internet student. And I happened to be assigned directly on one of the energy experts and as we can they who happen to have a PhD in renewable energy. So I was like, wow, and renewable energy, somebody have a PhD. So I would write in from Europe, but also opportunity to be placed as a site inspector for a project. So I was able to manage one of the projects as a site inspector. where we we've connected about 108 homes in the village, in the little village, with solar panels still in the system. So since after that program, my dream continued to be closer to renewable energy sector. So I began to apply for scholarship programs, left and right, nothing came through. Then until 2022, that was in November, my colleague sent one colleague forward to me this scholarship to President of Global. So we all work in the energy sector in Nigeria. He's an employee, master on employee of Nigeria Electricity Corporation. So he sent me the scholarship. The same other thing again, I applied some material of my requirement and started waiting. After each of our students and so it was not until June of 2023 last year when all of a sudden I saw an email requesting for interview. I was so shocked. I had a mixed feeling. I don't even know what to be happy or to be sad because I thought I just got married also. So I was thinking like I'm going to leave my family and go back to another country instead. Yes, all married. They're very young family. Yeah, so I went through the process and I think when I was like that, I was selected to sell it to this home as part of this a lifetime opportunity. This opportunity actually is nice. It is just beginning. So from the time I entered into UI, I became pregnant with this idea that it keeps bothering me that even when I'm studying, sometimes my mind leaves from the lesson and I'm into other space, just thinking about tomorrow after this program, what next? My idea is I'm not just here fighting for maybe a big position in the sector, but in fact, I want to transition into the private sector. I believe that within the private sector, we are able to contribute greatly to the grade of energy sector. So that has been my idea. It has bothered me so much. Sometimes I leave the lesson almost like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I just imagine, just going deeper and deeper. There's a dream that I'm working hard for. I'm praying that it shouldn't just be a dream, but let it become reality. And I'm praying and also hoping that with this initiative going out, our development partners are here. EU has been one of the shown us one of the great contributors to our energy sector. Just foreign 40,000 homes in the city of Monrovia. So I'm grateful that they are also here. They are also helping to shape our view towards that. So it is my prayer this program that I'm not just going to be another employer of the Nigeria Electricity Corporation, but trying to go on my way, to go into private space so that I can be able to contribute in revenue. If I'm in private space, I will do more than anything from this place in the office to just something. I want to really make my mark on energy sector in Nigeria. And pretty soon I'll be knocking with the those anyways. I guess you are putting your abilities or you are making me to be one of the first energy experts in my country. You don't really have much of this program. I'm so proud. Leaving from here on my way back, I'm one of the first person with MSc in energy science in our country. All because we use the ECOWAS of the development markets. So we are praying that this will not be the end of the story. But we pray that we all continue to rise with them. In our country, we all have this unique the energy sector. Actually, far ahead of us. Like my colleague said it, according to World Bank 2021 report, Nigeria population with access to energy is just 28%. So imagine we are about 5 million people in the country. So we have only 28%. Even with those 28% with access to grids, since the grid water directly used in a stable power. Power is always off and on. It's seasonal in fact. So We will be in the hard work, doing the classes in time, the water level is dry. So as a result, people are being left out of power for almost weeks. So those are issues of the case as well as idea of having a study from the renewable energy sectors. Our power of the lecturers who are working our minds, especially in question of our HOD, no HOD, I'll say our focus, we are actually doing one. It is my hope that living from it, not just going to be an employer or our employee or one of the employer in the energy space. Well, so yes.
It was the only film for the one that today. Very good. Thank you for the history, good history from the library to next speaker is Fred Malpa. Fred in chapter.
Good morning, everyone. I understand on the state protocol. My name is Joy Mampa. I want to begin by appreciating sponsors, EU and ECOWAS, for this fellowship and this opportunity. I have a background in civil engineering, and the scholarship, like many other scholars of the program, the scholarship came at a very timely point in my life, where I was looking to figure out what area to specialize in. But I had always had a passion for sustainability and environmental preservation and conservation. So while on the search for what area to focus on for my master's, I figured that energy is a very important part of our daily lives. We use energy for virtually everything, right? So, and again, I was also very interested in whatever would not negatively impact. The energy sector is one of the major contributors to the global greenhouse gas emissions and other forms of pollution. So I chose to do an MSc in energy and environment. This scholarship was able to help me bring that dream to life by providing funding for my MSc program. So due to this scholarship, I was able to, I have been able to intern at one of the leading power advisory companies in Nigeria, where they work hand in hand with key stakeholders to recommend energy solutions, right, that are for the Nigerian context. We currently are working with major stakeholders in the energy sector to formulate the integrated resource plan. So I had the opportunity to be in meetings with key stakeholders from NERC, MBET, gas plant, the GENCOs, Trump, TCN, and DISCOs, and it was a very enlightening experience. So in order not to drag on for too long, I'll be speaking about my project. My project is the conversion of end-of-life plastic material to low-cost insulating bricks. So the aim of this project is to convert plastics. Plastics are a huge plague for our environment. They affect wildlife, even us humans, because they don't degenerate, right? So instead of just leaving them in the environment to be a nuisance, I figured we could put them to good use and encourage the theory of circular economy, right? So my project is looking for, the plan is to create building blocks using plastic. So these plastic bricks contribute to the energy sector in a way that buildings made out of plastic bricks are more energy conservative. They require less energy to be heated and to be cooled. So that is how this project contributes to the environment, to energy. So in conclusion, I am grateful for this opportunity. This opportunity was a dream come true for me because, and even because of my project, I'm able to use my engineering my engineering background, the valuable skills I have gotten through this master's program. I have learned valuable skills in energy law, in economics, and also the technical parts. Putting all of that together, I look forward to contributing to the sustainable energy sector in Nigeria and in West Africa. Thank you.
Very much. Our next scholar that will speak is none other than our amazing host, Akanko Adeoya Wiga.
Thank you very much, everybody. My name is Wiga Adeoya Olawumi. I'm a student at the Department of Minerals, Petroleum, Energy Economics and Law. My focus is renewable energy masters. So I'll start by saying there is being a master's student. There is also being a master's student at UI. There's another leg to it, being a master's student at CPA. And then there is being a master's student at UI, studying under Professor Paludi at CPO, and we are under EU-ECOWAS scholarship. So what I'm very particular about CPO is that the learning experience is out of this world. I said it the other time. It's like growing up 4 years within 1 year. It's difficult. You just surpass everybody. What you could have learned on another degree, you have learned in 2 semesters. Why is this important? CPO has some of the best tutors who have worked in the industry, actively advising in the industry. One of our lecturers was at NERC, Nigeria Electricity Regulatory Commission. He has worked across West Africa. So when he's teaching, it is direct. And this is also the first time I'm learning that. So when I was outside, energy is energy. But when you get into the course, you see that energy is also economics. You see that energy is also social. You see that at the level of economics can be micro and macro at different levels. And then you start to see all the different angles that this can go. I learned about energy finance, and that was where I started, okay, maybe this might be something I want to look at more because it's very interesting. You learn about the numbers. You can have the ideas, but there has to be finance. So finance and how you deploy that across different projects makes a lot of impact. So that particular course gave me a different view to the industry, and I'm grateful for that. I'm also grateful for the opportunity to intern at a startup called Sunfire. Sunfire essentially works to deploy solutions, the easiest way, solar solutions to all classes of people from 0.5 kilowatts, 1 to 5, all the way up. But then they also help you to finance. So it's a combination of energy and finance. They can help you finance for 12 months. It's structured payments where they get their markup, and learning with them helps me to bring together the 2 worlds that I'm now falling in love with. How do you deliver energy? How do you finance them? So that was also a very important component of my experience so far. And I remain grateful to the sponsors and the facilitators of the scholarship. My project topic is assessing charging infrastructure for sustainable energy. So the background to this is that Nigeria has an energy transition plan drafted in 2022. We're hoping that by 2060, we can achieve net zero. It's an ambitious goal. Even the global markup is 2050 for net zero, but Nigeria has pushed 10 years beyond that. And things have to start to move in place to achieve that. The transportation component to that is that Nigeria is another ambitious plan is to have 40% of Nigerian cars by 2033, 9 years from now, should be electric. So if we want to take 10 years or 9 years from now to achieve 40% of vehicles on the road, what do we need to do to achieve that? So my project is looking at a number of charging stations in Lagos and Abuja, asking about their challenges, asking about how they are starting up, what customers are approaching them, what types of charging infrastructure equipment are fitting to the Nigerian environment. And can we have more public charging, or can we have more home charging? Yes, grid electricity is still a problem, but if there is a way that you can have energy saving patterns and people can
adopt tools that they can charge their electric cars with from their homes. Then they can manage. You can have 2 cars, one for petrol, one for electric. Is the energy mix until you are able to push forward and have more energy. So if Nigeria continues to grow, we are seeing some progress at the megawatts level, 6,000. Hopefully in a few years we can push that up to 10,000. If it continues for electric cars to have some space. Right now, it's not a lot of progress, but this research is futuristic to project what do we have to do to achieve some progress in 5 years, some progress in 10 years. And my focus is on looking at the available infrastructure for charging Lagos and Abuja and see where we can go to improve on that, involving the stakeholders like the Energy Transition Office based in Abuja. I'm talking to private sector people who are building this infrastructure too. So the project is scheduled to wrap up in a few months. That's what we are. Thank you very much.
That's correct.
For the trade of some things very likely and sensible. I think let's studying at the Department of BP. Part of studies energy, renewable energy research. And I want to first of all start by saying thank you to EU-ECOWAS for this great opportunity to be to one of their scholars. Yeah, I informed this is really very critically because it has helped, that really helped me to achieve my goal at the I'm an television and I love studying. But they really kind of career and because of my journey financially. Having gotten this scholarship, it has really helped me to put my learning and to achieve my goal. Like I mentioned, because growing up, I always want to attain the professorship heights. But like I mentioned, that I'm having a constraint financially. When I got the information about the scholarship, I thought it was simple. So I reluctantly applied. Sincerely, I reluctantly applied. Like somebody told me about it, I said, why not apply? I said, I was forced to reluctantly. For some few days, the closure of the advance, I applied. And I was verified, interview, and I was also put down because the rule is you don't say you don't say He was listening attentively. I said this in this camp. Once I became calm at the point, I prayed about it with the Christian and the Spirit said, why not give room for the interview? I gave room for the interview, I was interviewed and I did not put my mind fixed. I said, if they call me finally, they don't, all well and good. Only for me to get a mail that I've been chosen. One of his contacts. I was to pay for acceptance. I said this in the staff. This scholarship that they asked me to pay for acceptance fee. I was like, wow. Said okay, I got the money, I paid. So to cut the long story short, it has really helped me at the end to improve. Before I got the scholarship, I got a job as a technologist, where we construct, fabricate, do all manner of things, and I've been looking towards going for a course called renewable energy. So that was what I applied. When I got the advert and I saw renewable energy, I didn't dive into. I said, wow, this is an opportunity for me to get my dream come true. So I applied, the journey started. The fourth semester, I thought I did another course. In economic, in law, I was like, what is this? I've never done this before. Can I code? It continued on until the second semester when I was under the teaching of my HOD, Professor Fanude, when he started the course with renewable energy. I said, wow, this is it. I became more interested and I became more exposed to energy. It taught us a lot of things, and then which I apply in my place of work. Because being a technologist, we construct, we fabricate, There was one we taught us about coal, production of coal, biomass, and I remember vividly during my undergraduate, I worked on biomass, but it was a hard work project because of little knowledge about it. But being under his teaching, I was exposed to know more about it, which has helped me. And then one of the questions that was being asked me during my interview was, if you get the scholarship at the end of it, what effects will it have in your career and your place of work? I said, wow, I will be able to impart those knowledge so the younger ones have opportunity to teach. Yes, which I have done. Yeah. And this scholarship has also exposed me to internship. Yeah, I hear people go for internship, but I've not been privileged to go for one. I was able to go for an internship where I work in solar installing units, where they install solar. You know, I've been people selling solar, I see people buy solar, people use inverter, but I've not been privileged to follow them, to work with them in terms of installation. At least this scholarship has helped me, can give me knowledge on how to install solar perfectly. I can do that. And then how to maintain our inverter, which led to my project topic. Yeah, in the course of my internship, I came up with a problem with our inverter and our battery, management of our inverter and batteries. Yeah, you know, I would like to say the key important thing with inverter is management of battery. Yeah, if you are not being able to manage your battery well, you don't enjoy your inverter. So that was what led to my project topic, building an IoT-enabled predictive maintenance and energy optimization in mobile inverter system. Yeah, like I said, I undergo an internship and training. And then one of the core things I did there, the department I was placed, is to monitor. When I told them I was a technologist, said fine, and I should be able to monitor the effectiveness of the inverter and the efficiency of the inverter and the battery, which I gladly did under the supervision of my boss. Then he made me understand that it is necessary to monitor the input voltage, the temperature that the inverter gives out. Yeah, and then to elongate the lifespan of the inverter and the battery. So with some battery that uses water, and which some people don't know about. Yeah. With time, the battery wears. It's not saying it's totally damaged, it's only the refilling of the water to keep it working effectively. Like in my place of work, there's a department where a research department, they use it, that what they use is inverter, they don't use power at all, they don't use electricity at all, they use purely inverter. And for some time, the place has been shut down. So I visited the place and I was like, what happened? Because that is where most people go to charge. But there's no time you get there and you not see that. He said that I don't know that the battery has been shut down, battery is not working. When I got to know that the battery they were using is the one that used this still water. I said, what you need to do is just to refill. And there's nothing wrong with this. I tested the voltage, the temperature, and everything. It was working perfectly. So I brought in the knowledge that is then feeling and egg also play that aspect. And then you can also expose my research knowledge. Yeah, that also expose my research knowledge on how to go about researching, how to interact with people. Yeah, because in my course of internship, I was privileged to attend some conferences where you give speech, where you do some presentation. Before now, I don't think I can really stand class. But this research have exposed me to standing before people to present in papers, journals, and investing in people. Yes. To invest in the younger generation.
thank you very much to all our parents. Thank you for telling the stories. Okay. So just before we go to the next thing, we will have again the Director of Energy and Mines at the ECOWAS Commission, Director Vladimir, to give us his final remarks before we lose. Hello, Director, anything else?
Yeah. Thank you very much. Let me try to on my video. First of all, congratulations again, and I listened to all the interventions. I planned for 1 hour 30 meeting, and it took more than 2 hours, and I couldn't realize. It's when you see they're calling me, yeah, I have another engagement. But it was very good, and first for the I think that we did a very good choice, and as you say, we trust University of Ibadan, and you have a very good reputation. I even learned about your Center for Petroleum, Energy and Law, something like that, a long time ago. And we were even planning some activities together. So we know that you are doing very well, particularly in the energy sector. And thank you very much for your efforts in developing the energy sector of the region. For the scholars, as I said, you are in good hands there. So we trust that you have done good learning. And I listened to all your research topics and all your wishes. It's very good to know that from, I would say, the hard, if I say the hard, from the engineering side, you have a lot of work that have been done by some scholars in the power system studies, and also in the, if I say so, also it's like it's the same thing on the law, energy regulations. Also, we have some scholars as well. You have done a good work also as the scholars, and we have said your story. So what I can say, most of you has, if not all of you, have say that this is a very good initiative and it came at a very good moment, even for your life. I think we really take it as, how do I say, as an encouragement for us to see how we can pursue our efforts in capacity building in the energy sector. It's a very good sign that the actors realize that what we are doing can have benefits for them and for the energy sector of the region. And to the British Council, I think, as I said in some of the meetings that we had, we also have a mentorship part in the program. And I heard that it's 2 or 3 students who are talking about being entrepreneurs. I don't know, most of the young people now, they often choose to be entrepreneurs. So we need to have some mentors for them to see how they can approach them and see how they can encourage them in their endeavor and in their plans to be a success, because their success will be a success for the region. And so for the EU, you heard all that has been said. What we can say is how to continue together. We think that we have to search to look in our side also how to, I will say, finance our activities that we find that they are important. So we take it seriously, but we also take you as a witness of what they have said, and we are going to work together and see how we can continue in such an effort to build the capacity for the capacity building of the region. Thank you very much, and I'll give you the floor again, and if there are any questions or something like that, I can answer before I leave now. Thank you very much. Over to you.
So for your points and for your encouragement and for your willingness continue to contribute. We're grateful and we thank you for your work. We're back to Ibadan now from Senegal. Let me take some from him before we leave. Yes. Second, please, we have a few questions for you. Anybody? Okay, there. Go ahead. Thank you very much, Sas. Thank you for being on the phone. It's on the phone. Okay, go ahead. Some questions. Please go back. So go ahead, my dear. Introduce yourself and then answer this. My name is Benjamin. Like I said, I'm a final year student of science in the University of IBADAN. First, I must say that looking at the composition of the scholars on this seats, we have energy, economics, energy and law, energy and mechanics, and all of that. I must say that I am a bit jealous, only from the political science perspective, because and from that angle, that's why my question was to involve Dr. Dabri and every other person as well. That I think that aspect of politics has more implications to energy than we realize. In fact, the very essence of the global pursuance of sustainable energy and every other thing attached to it is it came from diplomacy and negotiations on the global level, which trickle down to the continental level, and we have efforts for the implementation in the regional and sub-regional level. In fact, Africans have developed their NDCs, their NAPs for the implementations of action of renewable energies. Yes, we like Professor said that there's a context in Africa, a local context, which I found commendable in the time with the fact that it's a local context, allowing that value to circulate in that. Now, what I'm saying is that my country, the question to ask is that I've checked the site of the website of the EU-ECOWAS scholarship, and what I found is mechanics, law, finance, that we should also understand that the implication of energy have to do with political relevance in terms of security issues, security concerns that have emanated from struggle for energy resources. We have examples with the Richard Rhino and South Sudan dragging over petroleum and stuff like that. And also the inequality that has been created and the need for the democratization of energy access. So to that extent, I think that gesture should also be extended, formally extended to the figure policy. You have a question, sir? Okay, it's more of a submission. Submission. In fact, when somebody was saying the dimensions of the living sector, I wanted to include particulars. So what he has said is that he's reinforcing that, and we'll put that in perspective. But more so, and then universities in Nigeria that can enter the subsector of energy, energy sector as a course. Otherwise, so what might happen as a recommendation, if that is happening, is maybe in the design of the curriculum for some of the courses. And this dimension might be put into perspective on how we can maximize the political angle, in the energy design. So it's a submission which we'll look at.
I just think that the provost is here to change your program. There are courses that you can take that has to do with the politics, the governance, all that. It's not too late. My current financial district is that. So questions, where the section where we will give questions, whether from the scholars or our guests, all from the issue of technology.
Yeah, hello. Coming in, I didn't hear the question very well.
So the question was that political science student here was left out. So he's asking for a room where
politics and governance connects to energy. It just feels left out, and I don't know if you got that point. Is there a way that some kind of academic arrangement can accommodate political and governance students?
I see. In fact, I will say in the energy sector, we need all the, I will say, all the competencies from the engineering side to the political side. You have some that are, I will say, compulsory, that you can learn from the beginning, and you have some that you'd have to learn also during your work time. You'll still have to learn all. So we have not eliminated some programs. It was the opportunity and the curricula that are in the universities that make it to do the choice with the British Council about the, I will say, the topics about the department where the students can go. But if there are some students who have specifically applied for political science in the university, but related to energy, and if you know that it's for energy, there was no, we could have included them. But as I said, it's the curricula available that supports the growth of the development of the energy sector that lead our choice for now. If not, we know that all the competencies, as I said, are necessary for the development of the energy. I hope I answered the question. Thank you.
Tell anybody. We are studying law, and your second is how to skill and energy law. Thank you very much. Two more questions from one to the high table here. So they are ready to have any curiosity about the program, scholars, the institution, at this point.
No, I will have to leave now. I'm very sorry. I have another meeting and they are putting a lot of pressure for me. So, thank you very much. And as I said, congratulations. And I wish you all very good luck in your career. And if there's any need, you have our contact. We can see the British Council is here to assist if there is any need. And if there's any need, you can also contact ECOWAS. And good luck and our congratulations to the students. And as I say, our thanks to the professors. And we are together to develop the energy sector of the region. Thank you very much.
So yes, question. One, we are very involved. Two, my political brother at 5, 3, 4, and 5. Check for language to be more. We from the ground. In fact, no, we want to us is David O'Connor, final student of mechanical engineering. And hearing the thing that I said, my project actually cuts across key things you speak about. For my project, developing a material that helps to preserve the life of electrical systems, precisely electric vehicles. So, it's a composite material, so part of the consequence is plastics, like they talked about, which is necessary for environmental sustainability and all that. But my challenge is having developed material, of course, I'll do my mechanical engineering and all that. The key thing I'm looking for is electromagnetic interference in the electric vehicles. And wherever the electrical system is electromagnetic interference generated. So in order to preserve the life of the system, we have to shield the system from interference with electromagnetic radiation, the electric motor, the battery, and other electronic gadgets within the vehicle. So this material is helpful to do that, but
I'm looking for how I can test this material in real world scenarios. So I want to know if there are some possibilities. Yes.
Are you asking for collaboration from us?
Perhaps.
Okay, for something.
Yeah.
We have data. Number two is good. I think number two is maybe at the back.
I just came to learn more outside my country. And I'm privileged to be here with scholars and people around me randomly abroad give us insights from real life experience. So my question here goes to Ms. during answering about beneficial. So I was intrigued when you talked about the light plastic material to low cost insulative building resource. So in everything that was what piqued my interest. So like delving into the aspect of environmental microbiology was the sustainability of the process. Because we have, as I said, posing society. So now I'm starting cooperative industries. How are we sure microorganisms needs to encroach into that and lead to a larger problem that we're trying to learn from?
That's a research topic.
Thanks so much for the question. It's a very valid question. So, I'd like to know the production of the plastic bricks is ongoing research. Like you just mentioned now, I would use it as one of the tests that also should be run on bricks to ensure its sustainability and that it doesn't create another problem while fixing. You can be ready.
Yeah. So the problem ignored. Thank you. Judging by the fact that this is like an intellectual forum and it's about research and knowledge production. So, I'm asking a question with regards to Nigeria now. Look at the fact that Nigeria and so little way behind from the global north. It's just tapping into its energy resources that are fossil fuel. And at the strategic point in time where the world is transitioning to renewable energy. Now, in terms of development, how I am writing this question to our professors who are experts in this group, that there's the question of achieving net zero at a particular timeline. And there are also been other things that we have compressed natural gas that are more that have reduced GHG emissions and can reduce our carbon footprint and all of that. But recently, we see Dangote opening a refinery, and it just appeared that it is at the point in time where the world is moving away from fossil fuel. That's when Nigeria gathered the mentioned and explore their resources in terms of oil, another secret. Sure, for yes, the potential and the economic promise that looks for us as a country if our into it at this particular point. So the point really to transition straight up, do you think, sir, it is something that we should read into within 20, is it 69 years? Is it an economically and developmentally viable option to just shift straight to net zero and renewable energy sources? Looking at the potential that the fossil fuel holds for us at this particular point in time. So that's my question.
Correct.
Now, come back to all the answers to the question 4.
So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samda. I'm currently a student of adult CS of faculty of veterinary medicine, University of IBADAN. And I'm very sure everyone is thinking veterinary medicine. Well, I'm an aspiring junior health expert. We need the biologists. We need the I'm going to So now, I hold the position that the president of AMR, which is a very global silent pandemic that is plaguing the world right now, and very well recognized by the innovation and innovation. I'm also the one health enthusiast, also an advocate. one is just considering that everyone has an initiative that actually deals with everyone being involved in achieving our health goals. It involves the environmental, the human health sector, and the animal health sectors, which is globally the OIE, like the World Organization for Animal Health, the United Nations, and the WHO and FDA. So now my question is this. I started on one of the projects that was the topics, the startup that was actually speaking about here, about the sustainable energy option, biogas, and so other options, so many other options. Considering the fact that these options are sustainable energy, of course, and it's a very good thing. Because we all know the current ongoing issue of climate change. We know that this holds the promise to solve climate change issues. However, looking at biogas itself, and other forms of sustainable energy like wind aspect, hydro,